Now, you know you done fucked up, right? You know you fucked up. Because, let me tell you this, Meek Mill's probation was violated today, okay? The judge ruled that technically he violated his probation. Number one, the judge agreed that yes, Meek Mill flying around behind Nicki Minaj like a bad bitch getting flown out to like fucking Dubai by an Arabian prince. That's a violation, okay? Not only that, the judge said, wait, you submitted motherfucking ice cold Fiji water and thought we were gonna accept it as piss? Fuck on out of here, okay? Now, I gotta be like completely clear because I'm honest with you guys more than anybody else, right? You see what happened. Remember when I told you I spoke to a source? That was my last story about this. The source was within Meek Mill's camp. I can't name the name because they're going to keep going back and forth to court. I don't want that person to be brought up for something they said to me. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. It's a source. But the source said to me, right, Meek Mill did everything right. And of course, it's in Meek Mill's camp. Why would you not say that, right? Meek Mill did everything right. He basically went in, he basically gave piss, he's not on no drugs. They swore to me that was the case, right? They say that if the issue was with the piss, it had to be with the person who collected the piss, which would be the technician, or somehow with the probation officer or whoever who touched it. Now, whether that was the truth, because that still could be the truth. It doesn't matter because it's about what the judge believes at the end of the day. It's not a jury that's in this probation hearing. The judge listens and the judge says, okay, I believe you, okay? Now, Meek Mill's probation got violated. He will find out on February 5th how long he will be sentenced to, okay? Doesn't mean he's going to jail. It could be more probation. We're going to get into what the sentencing is. But let me explain, because I know a couple of you guys are probably hearing about Meek Mill's like probation too much, and you're wondering like, yo, what the fuck is up with this whole thing, right? Now, for me to explain the whole conflict between all parties, let me give you a exchange that happened today. I'm going to break it down for you guys, and I think it sets fully what's going on between both parties, okay? Now, when Meek Mill's lawyer was trying to make a case for him, basically say, yo, listen, man, Meek Mill is doing pretty good in his career, okay? Despite what you guys, because you guys are listeners, despite what you guys think, Meek Mill's career is doing pretty good. And the lawyer also said Meek Mill has a song that's nominated for an Oscar. It's a song that's on the soundtrack for Creed. Now, instantly, the DA, this is the prosecutor, basically jumps in and butts in and says, no, it's not. It's only considered. Now, for you, you might be like, ha ha, Meek Mill. But it tells and it sends a bigger picture more than just a little jab, okay? It tells us that the prosecutor, because I know a lot of you guys think Meek Mill is nominated, right? The prosecutor is paying attention to details and paying attention to details in rap, in music, okay? Not only in Meek Mill's just conduct, but in his personal accolades. Whether he's rapping about something, whether he's winning, he's nominated, whether whatever happens to him in the pop culture world, which he's not on trial for, the DA is in tune with it. I've been told that this DA is into rap. Okay, so the DA keeps up with all the fuckery. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. And we know Meek Mill has dissed the DA a couple of times, so the DA has never gotten that off her chest. Okay. Now, with that being said, the DA definitely labeled Meek Mill as nothing more than a convicted felon who lacked character. And the thing is, man, the judge is not even disagreeing. The judge basically said, we've given you every opportunity to kind of grow your career by allowing travel, allowing this, allowing that, and you're still fucking up for that. You have violated your probation. We're tired of giving you chances until you get sentenced. In February, you cannot perform. So no more performance, okay? He can't get on stage somewhere with Nicki. He can't show up nowhere and perform. Basically, the judge says, we don't believe you've been doing enough charity work or you're sincere about it. We actually think you're doing it and you try to do it like it's publicity. You try to get publicity for it. We want you to really do it. And until February, Meek Mill cannot perform. Not only that, he cannot leave Philadelphia. He cannot. So Meek Mill is stuck in Philadelphia till February, then he will get sentenced. Now you're probably wondering, what the hell does this sentencing actually entails of? There could be three possible outcomes, right? He could, number one, get more probation. They could be like, okay, we're giving you 3 more years of probation. Okay, we don't even know when his current probation is going to end. But they could be like 3 more years, right? So if he gets 3 more years or whatever the case, it doesn't matter how many years, it will get tacked on and maybe he walks free that day, right? Now, the other two options involve jail time. He could get remanded, which means, listen, you've been fucking up. We're going to hold you for some time until a couple more hearings later, and we'll figure out if you get out then. Okay, they did that to Offset, and I mean, they've done it to a lot of other people. Well, Offset was a little different situation, but there was an actual crime committed. But pretty much they could remand him for a couple of months like they did before. Right? Now, the third option, and apparently the judge has this on their table, and they could even lean to it. They could sentence Meek to a couple of years in state prison. When they remand you, you're like in county jail. You're going to kick it there for a couple of months, but eventually you'll get out, right? When they give you that mandatory time in state prison, you got to go upstate or go wherever the fuck is the county, the state prison, and you got to serve some time. And it's going to be years, which would be a major setback. Now, it might be just striking irony, right? Because it's very ironic that he's not going to be able to perform and he's going to get sentenced a week before Drake finds out if back-to-back wins a Grammy. Come on now. Come on. Right? Come the fuck on. Now, Meek Mill did apologize to the DA for dissing her years back, but you can imagine, man, the DA's not trying to accept that. The DA's like, yo, you gave me those bars back then. I'm going to put your ass behind bars now. So that's where we're at right now, and that's the current situation. It's a very sad situation, but Meek's a grown-ass man, all right? I mean, Meek is a grown-ass man. If you know that the prosecutor is into rap where they're keeping up with tweets, comments, they're keeping up with awards, they're keeping up with everything going on, you got to move accordingly till you get off probation. These guys are fucking filthy rich, man. Listen, I do feel bad for him, but it's not like I think we get this pity party shit start going and not realize like, yo, number one, there was a crime committed to get him in this situation. It's not like they picked an innocent person and be like, yo, we're just going to fuck with him, right? He got to really man up, stop doing the fuck shit that's getting him into this situation. You could still be you and not put yourself out there to be exposed to be going to jail. Listen, I told people, and you could ask anybody who I've talked to about this situation, including Meek's manager. I told him, I said, listen, I feel like this is going to end when Meek Mill goes to jail. Let's try to not have that happen. Who gives a fuck about a petty beef? Who gives a fuck about if AR Ab is mad about Philly? Listen, let's not get nobody going to jail, man. And it appears that might be happening because it's one of the most likely outcomes when February 5th comes. And listen, it's something where you could kind of feel bad, but then at the end of the day, how bad could you really feel? It's your boy, Akademiks, man. You guys get in the comment box. Please weigh in. Make sure you subscribe. I'm out.